Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today class we are going to learn about pointer. See what is a pointer and how pointers are different from the other variables. The normal variables are used to store the data, right? Coming to the pointers. See, pointers are going to use to store the address of the another variable. Every variable has an address, right? That address, if you want to store, then you require the pointer. Here I'm going to show you how to initialize or how to declare or how to define the variable, pointer variable. See here, asterisk, star is the asterisk. So using star symbol, you are going to create the pointer variable. See, for example, the first syntax, type star of variable name. So variable name is as it is, whatever you follow in the variable name rules. For example, if you want to create an integer pointer, see, int of star IP, right? If you want to create the float, see, float of star FP. See, if you want to create the double pointer variable, then you can use the star DP. If you want to use the char of star CH, what it means, if you create a integer pointer, then it can only store the integer variables, integer data items, right? If you want to create a double, then it can store the only double data types data items. Coming to the float means float pointer means it can store only float variables addresses. That is the difference. See, I'm going to show you how to create a float or int or variables. See, for example, int of star p. Star p is the pointer variable. It is going to store the address of the integer variables. For example, if you want to check printf of %u, generally if you want to check the addresses you just use the %u, and p, if you use p, then see, size of p. The size of operator is used to store find the size of the variable, right? If you run this code, see what is the output here. Yes, I forgot to use end bracket, right? Yes. Now, if you run this code, see what is the size? It's 8 bytes. It is not constant. Based on the platform to platform, means the C is a platform dependent language. Based on the architecture of the system, your size of the variable may change. For example, if I'm going to consider instead of integer, if you take the character, see, if you run this code, see what is the output. It is showing the 8 bytes. What it means, please note this. Star p means it is going to store the address. Address means, so it is constant. It doesn't change for the float to character or integer to double. For all the type of data types, the pointer is going to use only 8 bytes in my system. For example, in your system, it is going to take the 4 bytes means it is going to take the 4 bytes for all the variables. Here, it is going to store the address means address of the size. It is not the size of the type. It is the address of the pointer. For example, the same code, if you use instead of star p, if you run this code, see, observe carefully what it is going to display. 1 byte, right? Because now it is a size of data type. But if you use star p means it is a size of pointer. Size of pointer is constant for all the types of data, right? It is going to store the address. Address is the size of 8 bytes. It is not going to change based on the type. It is constant for all the data types, but it will change to system because C is the platform dependent. That is the only you need to remember, right? Is this clear? So you know that the size of operator is going to use what is the size of the particular data type. Here pointer type. See, float can use any kind of data type. It is going to show you 8 bytes by default. Is this clear? So this is the way you are going to create the pointer variable. right? Yes. Next, pointer arithmetic. Pointer arithmetic. See, pointer arithmetic. Generally, pointer going to apply the following operations. What are those? Addition, subtraction, increment, decrement. These are the 4 operations you need to perform. See, if you consider, for example, see, pointer. If you just consider the one data type, one variable, right? This variable name is A. For example, this address is 2000. This address is 2000, right? And as well as you can take one more. This item is 2 is the answer, right? You can take one more variable, that is a pointer variable. This is the pointer variable. So pointer variable has some different address. So 3000, for example. If you store address of this here, address of here, observe carefully. If you increment, addition, subtraction, multiplication means, for example, if you perform +1 or plus means the address of the 2000 means this address is the variable of the address is goes to from here to here. See, I'm going to explain with a small example. For example, here I'm going to take integer. You know the size of integer 4 bytes, right? And I'm going to take the a value I'm going to the 2, right? After this, see, I'm going to address. You know how to get the address? If you use the ampersand of the variable name, then you'll get the address, right? Ampersand of a. Now you can check it. For example, observe carefully. If I'm going to use %d, comma a means what it is going to display? Yeah, I forgot semicolon, right? Yes. What it is going to display? 2, right? For example, if you want to address of the a, what I'm going to do is see, just use a ampersand. Even the %d is also work for the address. See, if you run this code, see, this is the address of the a variable. For example, see, what I'm going to do here, if you use a p, see, instead of ampersand, if you use a p, see, if you run this code, both will get the same value. Yes or no? Now I'm going to perform some operations, addition, subtraction. But please remember, multiplication, divisions are not performed on the pointer arithmetic. For example, p++. Means, see, it's a 4 bytes, right? Integer is 4 bytes, right? So that is why if you run this code, see here 72, right? It goes to 76. Is this clear? So initially this is the a address. This is also a address. But after that, what you did here? p++. Means how to increment by 1. But increment by 1 means 72 goes to 73. But here, what is the problem is +1 means you have to go to the next integer value. What is the size of the integer? 4 bytes, right? That is why it is going to add the 4 here. You are going to get the 76. That is why you are going to get 64, 87, 576. That is the difference. What happened if you are going to do the character type? See, I am going to explain with the character type. See, if you consider the character, CHAR of even 2 also character is there. For example, see, if you run this code, now observe carefully. Now, this is the A address. This is also A address. But what you did? P++, right? P++. P++ means 75 is the address, right? 75 plus 1. You know what is the size of character? 1 byte, right? So simply it is going to add 1 and you'll get the 76, right? Addition, pointer arithmetic means if you increment or decrement, what it is going to perform? The size of the plus 1 means, see, plus 1 means size of the data type. Please note this. So what is the formula? New address equal to current address plus how many times you are going to increment, that is the next size of data type, into how many times. This is the formula. Please note this. Is this clear? So for example, see, I'm going to here. For example, here I'm going to take the integer only. See, int. Instead of p plus plus, what I'm going to do? P equal to p plus 10. So how many times it is going to increment? 40 bytes. So we're going to add the 40 bytes to the answer. See, if you run this code, what is the value? 72, right? 72 initially, 572. Now, how many times you are going to do? P plus 10, right? P plus 10. So 10 into 4, 40, right? 40 means you're going to add 40 here. What is the value reading? 2 and 7, 4, 11, 6, 1, 2. Is this clear? So like that you are going to increment the pointers. Even if you perform subtraction also. See, you will get the result of, see, now 72 minus 40, 32 only, right? That is the answer. For example, what happen if you're going to perform multiplication? See, if you run this code, what it means? The pointers doesn't allow to perform multiplication as well as the division operations. Is this clear? So pointers are going to perform only increment, decrement, addition and subtraction. Please clear. And this is the formula to calculating the so new address, right? Is this clear? This is the pointers arithmetic. Coming to the types of pointers. See, what is a single pointer? It stores the address of the another variable. You know already. Pointer means it stores the address of the another variable. What is the double pointer means? See, it stores the address of the another pointer variable. Is this clear? It stores the address of the another pointer variable. Then it is called as a double pointer. Double pointer, you are going to use the 2 stars. Single pointer means single star. Multi pointers means it can go the triple stars or the more stars. What it means, please note this. Single star means it stores the address of the another variable. For example, you are going to take the A is a variable. Right? If you are going to take A, right? See, A is the some data item is there. 2 is there. Right? Is the 2000. Address is 2000. Right? For example, if you are going to take the one more variable, that is the P1, right? Star P1. This is a pointer variable. So this address is 3000. Right? If you consider here, you can store this address here, 2000. For example, if you want to store this pointer address, then you should take double star pointer P2. Right? P2 equal to 3000 and this address goes to 4000, right? If you want to store this address, then you require the one more step. See, for this time I'm going to take the multi-pointer, more than 2 pointers, P3, right? Here what I'm going to do, so here I'm going to use the 4000 address. If you print here, these are the example addresses. For the instance, I took this address, right? See, this address goes to 5000. All are the example. For example, how to access from A from using this pointer, I'm going to tell you using program, right? See, if you consider the program, see, I don't have all this data. For example, I have int star P1, comma, star star P2, comma, star star P3. So triple star P3, right? See, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to store the address of the variable. You know, P1 equal to ampersand of A, right? And next time, P2 equal to, what I'm going to do here, address of P1, address of P1, address of P1. Next, P3 is going to store the P3 equal to address of P2, address of P2, address of P2. Now, this is the statements. Observe carefully. So, for the better understanding, I'm going to use in the same line. See, what I did here, observe carefully. First, I have created one variable. What is the name of the variable? A. A is the variable name. So, for example, this address is, for example, 2000 is there, right? Value I stored here, A value is 2. After that, what I did, I created one more variable, pointer variable P1. P1. See, pointer variable, this address is 3000. This address is 3000, right? This the value is, so 2000 I'm going to store here, right or wrong? P1 equal to ampersand A, right? After that, what I did here, see, observe carefully, P2 variable, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to store the address of the P1 variable, right? So 3000. If you want to understand pointers clearly, you should draw some diagrams related to that pointer. Then only it will understand. Otherwise, you'll get it is very tough to understand the pointers. See, 4000, right? For example, next I'm going to store P3 here. P3. See, this address is 5000 and I'm going to store 4000 here. See, what I'm going to do here, if I printf of percentage d, comma, see, for example, if you print A, then what is the data I'm going to get here? Observe carefully. 2 only, right? Because A is directly, value is 2. But for example, if you want to access from P1 to A, from here to this variable, please remember, it is very, very simple. If you want to access the point data item available in the P1. See, for example, if you use a P1 here, see what it is going to display? It is going to display address of A. See, 556, right? 556, right? See, if you use ampersand A also, it is going to display the 556 only. For example, if you want to print data from the P1, see, at 5558, what is the data available? At address of that variable, what is the data is available? For example, if you want to know, see, you just use star P1. Star P1 means, observe carefully, star P1 means, see, star P1 means, please note this, star P1 means, see, observe what is the P1? Ampersand A, right? You just substitute ampersand A. Please remember, if you get star and ampersand, you just cancel these two. And what are you going to get? A means star P1 means A only. See, if you use star P1 here, observe carefully what you are going to get here. 2 only, right? That only, right? Star P1. So I'm going to cancel these two things, right? Yes or no? For example, what happened if I'm going to use, if you want to print star P, star P3. What is the value of star P3 value? Please remember. P3 means, what is the value of P3? P3 means ampersand of P2, right? So you just use as it is. What is the P3? Ampersand of P2. What I said just now, if you get these two, you just cancel these two. What are you going to get here? Observe carefully. Star P2. P2 means what are you going to get here? Ampersand of P1, right? Ampersand of P1. Ampersand of P1 means you will just cancel these two and you will get star P1. Just now you know already. Star P1 means ampersand A. You just cancel these two and A. See, if I'm going to print star P3. Star P3. Observe carefully. Star P3 means if you run this code, you will get the 2. Is this clear? So this is the multi-pointer, double pointer. Please remember, if you get star and as well as the asterisk or as well as the ampersand, you just simply cancel these two things. Just substitute, then you'll get the answer. In GATE and competitive exams, they are going to ask like this. What is the star A value? For example, what is the value of star P3? What is the value of star P3? So if you just substitute star P3 value, just only one star is there, right? Star P1, star. So star P3 means you're going to get P1 only. What is the value of P1? P1 value is address of A. Yes or no? Address of A. Even if you want substitute. See, star P3, right? If you use star P3 means, see, star ampersand of P2. You just cancel these two. Next, star P2. Star P2 means, observe carefully, star into P2 means ampersand of P1. What is the P1 value? Just now we have seen, right? P1 is going to store the, what P1 is going to store? It is going to store the address of A only, right? This is the address of A. Right? This is clear? So this is the single pointer, double pointer and multi-pointer. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.